There are those who say the best relationships start out as great friendships. At least that's what Miss Cochran thought when she entered into a romantic relationship with her longtime friend, Miss Sexton. On today's case, Miss Cochran is worried that she was nothing but an experiment for Miss Sexton, and now that the experiment isn't working, she'll not only lose her relationship, but her 25-year friendship as well. Let's hear their case.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Starr presiding. Your Honor, this is the case of Cochran versus Sexton.
Thank you very much. Ms. Cochran, you're here today because you say your girlfriend, Miss Sexton, is giving you mixed signals on whether or not she wants to be in this relationship. You say you're sick of the lies and want to know whether this is a real relationship or not.
Yes, Your Honor.
And Miss Sexton, you say when you entered into this relationship, you weren't sure what it would lead to, but you found love. You want to salvage the relationship, but first you both need to work out your issues.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, ma'ams. Okay, you all have been friends for 25 years. I know there was a period that you all didn't talk, but your friendship reconciled a couple of years back, and you have grown that friendship into a full-blown relationship. So I want to know, Miss Cochran, how'd you get here?
Well, what brings me to divorce court, I really feel like I've been duped by Marie. We've been in a relationship for about 2 years now, and I feel like I'm kind of being used as a science experiment, pretty much. We met each other 25 years ago. We were best friends. She used to date my brother. Things kind of went a little south with her and my brother. Then she just kind of completely ghosted me for 7 years. And then next thing you know it, she calls me out of the blue. She wants to hang out. We hung out, and she made the first move on me. And things were going pretty well, you know, up until recently.
And I'll get into some of the facts behind that, but you know, Miss Sexton, I'm sitting here listening. You guys started out as wonderful friends. Obviously, it was a little complicated with you having dated Miss Cochran's brother, but somehow you found your way back to each other. What do you say to the allegations that things have now just changed?
Well, Your Honor, like Doris said, her and I have been friends for 25 years. And yes, I did date her brother. I want Doris to know that I love her. I do love her and I care about her, but I also don't want to ruin our good friendship. And I feel like us being in a relationship may damage our friendship.
So it sounds like you still have some question about whether or not this relationship can work.
Yes.
Why don't you take me back, Miss Cochran? How did you first get together? And why do you feel like she's really not in it for the right reasons?
Well, there's been kind of a lot of red flags. You know?
You are a proud out lesbian woman, correct?
I am gender fluid.
So,
yeah, like a pansexual.
So you do whatever's behind the door that you fall in love with, you cool with.
That's it.
That's a good thing?
That's it.
Wonderful. But you know who you are.
Absolutely.
And you've been this whole human being, at least in terms of your sexual identity, for a significant amount of time. Fair,
yes,
fair,
Your Honor.
Fair to say? What about Miss Sexton? Or how would you describe yourself?
Being with Doris is the first woman I've ever been with, but I kind of feel like maybe she took advantage of me, considering I used to be with your brother, and the feelings that I've had in the past, you know, I think she portrays a lot of him, and I kind of feel like...
Are you replacing her brother?
Maybe.
With her?
Maybe.
So I'm going to try to have you take me through what's been happening, because Ms. Cochran, something tells me those red flags you mentioned were waving pretty strong in the wind.
Right, yeah. We were at a bar and I was trying to hold her hand and she kind of pushed my hand away and...
Like she didn't want anybody to know you were together.
Exactly.
Bull.
Exactly, no, yeah. And every time she comes to my town, you know, she's a little bit more free and relaxed because, you know, she's not from around there. But when we go to her town, it's It's all like
You
we're
made
best
that
friends.
a big deal. A big deal.
I mean, who
Way
wouldn't?
Too big.
Right?
No.
So why
no.
isn't it a big deal that when you go to her town, where everybody knows Miss Cochran and knows who she is, because she's a straight shooter, you're very comfortable, right?
She knows that I don't like too much PDA,
But you don't mind PDA when you're in her space. You cool with that?
I guess.
Really?
Yeah.
And let's say it for the record. Nah, you don't. The PDA when you're in her space is fine because it's cool that her friends know what's going on. But when it's in your space, you still trying to figure it out. Which, by the way, there's no judgment for that.
Thank you.
Is that fair?
Yes.
Okay. So, Miss Cochran, were you told that she was, quote, figuring it out?
No, not necessarily. I mean, I knew that she had never been with a woman before. You know, she would throw me quotes, you know, like, oh, every time I look in your eyes, you remind me of your brother. And, you know, that's kind of not something you want to hear. And especially...
Maybe one time.
No, especially when we were getting intimate, like right about to get intimate. That's not like something you want to hear when you're on somebody.
Okay, let me just say this. This is a no judgment zone, but that's kind of creepy for her to bring up your brother in the middle of some intimacy, okay?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say that. Miss Sexton, that's kind of creepy. That's weird. I mean, are you doing it with Miss Doris or are you doing it with her brother? I'm trying to figure out where it's going on in your
He was my
head.
first love. We were together for a long time, and it just maybe brought back some old emotions.
Do you think that you've been fair to Miss Cochran in this situation?
We weren't talking for 7 years.
Why not?
It was all
And-
about my brother. Sometimes I feel like she's just using me if she's fantasizing, you know, about my brother.
Maybe I just don't know what I'm doing.
Come on, one time I caught you and you were like, ooh, Nikki. And I was like, what did you say?
Ms. Cochran, you talk about being free with your intimacy and making sure that your partner is pleasured. Is it reciprocated?
No, it is not reciprocated.
Okay, so you know what I'm asking, right?
Yeah.
It's just
I'm
not
trying to be a
something
little
that
more
I like.
discreet and not get all in your business,
Right.
but get in your business.
Yeah.
So it's not reciprocated.
It's not reciprocated at all. Sometimes I feel like she's just using me if she's fantasizing, you know, about my brother.
Maybe I just don't know what I'm doing.
Come on, one time I caught you and you were like, ooh, Nikki. And I was like, what did you say?
I didn't say that.
So
Your Honor.
are there 3 people in your bed at some time? Is there like the ghost of Nikki in the bed?
Maybe in her mind.
No.
Well, Miss Sexton, you know, again, we don't do judgment here on what your choices are because I think people bring their whole selves to relationships. You are who you are. But you have to determine who your person is. And the only thing that I can suggest to you is you have to be fair to the people that you meet along the way.
Right.
And as you meet people, you have to take their feelings into account. Do you think that you've been fair to Ms. Cochran in this situation?
Your Honor, I did not restart a friendship and then think it was going to turn into a relationship.
Fair enough. What did you think?
I was so excited to have my friend back, you know, because we weren't talking for 7 years.
Why not?
We did have a falling out.
It was all
and
about my brother.
Part of it, yeah. To see him, to see her, they're both like 2 peas in a pod. Like, they're stuck on each other.
So are you telling this court that you found it difficult to be friends with her when you would have to be forced to still be in the company of her brother?
That's correct.
You know, that's actually a very fair thing, but don't you think maybe she deserved to hear that from you? Did you ever hear that, Ms. Cochran?
No, honestly, I'm completely ticked off, and you know, I think she's just like, you know, biding her time here, and you know, going in circles.
I can't believe you. I
Look,
did tell you.
She just hooked up with some dude a few months ago. Yeah, we were at an ugly Christmas sweater party. I make ugly Christmas sweaters.
How
Really?
do you know?
This one was a little phallic looking, this ugly Christmas sweater. I thought
how
it
do
was
you know we
extremely
hooked up?
funny.
So wait, you had a phallic Christmas sweater.
Yes. There it is right there. Your
That
Honor. Yes.
offended me. Your Honor, I
Yeah.
had so much attention at the party. It was ridiculous.
Really?
It
Well, it
was.
looked like you had a really good time there. Yeah. And you know what? My friends told me the next day that you hooked up with Bruce. Because I saw you talking to him.
Prove it.
Well, I mean, I saw a picture. Saw a picture of both of you guys. It looked like you guys were on a date. I was blowing you up, man. It went straight to voicemail.
Are we by any chance talking about Bruce Morris?
Yeah, I think that's his name. Yeah, his name's Bruce. I know that.
Well, you know what? Mr. Morris is here. So I
Okay.
think maybe I'll call
For
him
real.
as a witness. Mr. Morris.
How you doing, Your
It's a
Honor?
pleasure. What's your relationship with the plaintiff and the defendant?
Me and Miss Sexton, we have a sexual, relationship.
How can you do this to me, Marie?
What the heck is going on, sis?
That's what I want to know. What the heck is going on?
I'm sorry. If you'd like your case to be heard on divorce court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Missed a show? Watch full episodes on our streaming platforms and follow us on social media for exclusive content. Let's ask the witness to join us. Bruce Morris,
Sure.
please join the court. You know, I when people are available, let's just ask them.
Absolutely, 100%.
Mr. Morris.
How you doing, Your
It's a
Honor?
pleasure. Sir, thank you for joining us. What's your relationship with the plaintiff and the defendant?
Well, me and Miss Sexton, we have a sexual, relationship.
You said we have a. I'm very clear on language. Have as in presently do?
Yes, ma'am.
Miss Sexton, what the heck is going on, sis?
That's what I want to know. What the heck is going on? You just said to me just a second ago, you're lying completely. You just said a second ago, what's the proof? That's the proof right there. He just said it. He said you guys are having a sexual relationship.
I mean,
He
who?
just said it. You were denying it literally right now, and he just confirmed it.
I mean, you're like
So, you know
very
what?
overbearing.
Excuse me. Mr. Morris, I want a little more facts. What happened at the ugly sweater Christmas party?
So, a couple buddies of mine invited me to this Christmas party. Now, that's where I met Marie. So, I mean, everyone was having a good time. We had a couple of drinks, everybody mingling. And she had on this sweater. Now, the sweater, I found it hilarious. It pulled me in as like an icebreaker. So, I just, made conversation. She's a very sweet woman, She was telling me about, what she do. She's in real estate. And we kind of like, kicked it
Y'all
off there.
vibed at the
vibed,
party?
We vibed so well.
Okay.
So, I just, gave her my number, I asked her out, and we kind of went out probably like 2 weeks after.
So has it progressed past going out on a date and hooking up?
Yes,
Because
ma'am.
I think Miss Cochran deserves to know whether or not she's, quote, in a relationship with somebody who is in another full-blown relationship. Do you mind describing it, sir?
No problem. I mean, we're not in a full-blown, relationship. We more are, we enjoy time with each other. We're going out.
You're
we're having
dating?
dates. Yeah, we're dating.
But if you go out to
that?
restaurants, do you guys hold hands? Are you affectionate with each other?
I mean, I am. She doesn't reject me at all. So, I mean...
Miss Sexton, you know what I'm getting at, right?
I do. We've been hooking up.
And you've been enjoying it.
I have.
And you've been treating Mr.
I'm
Morris
sorry.
like he's the date rather than the way you treat Miss Cochran, treating her like she's the hidden jewel.
I mean, I feel like I make her feel way more comfortable than Miss Cochran does.
Well, it just depends on what you're doing, bruh, because the way Miss Sexton has described it, she enjoys what you're giving her, but she also enjoys what Miss Cochran is giving her.
How can you do this to me, Marie?
But I
mean,
don't-
Seriously, 2 years,
Mr. Morris, I thank you very much for joining us. I think the ladies and I have to have a few more words together.
Okay.
Thank you for your honesty and,
You're very
and your
welcome.
candor. Thank you very much.
You're hiding both of us.
I
think.
saw a little note, Miss Cochran, that there were some promises made, not just relationship promises, but some monetary promises. You want to tell me about that?
We decided that she was going to move in with me in September. And so right after all this whole shenanigans, after the ugly Christmas sweater and hooking up with him, beginning of January, she completely just stopped paying rent. So
It's not that I stopped paying rent. It's just that I'm not staying there.
Have you spent any nights there?
look,
One.
she comes over maybe like once or twice a month to like tell me how much she loves me and cares about me and.
But do you have a sexual encounter when you go over to the house?
Absolutely.
Sometimes.
I'm doing all the work though.
Okay.
Well, that should tell you.
Actually,
Tell me
what that tells me is I can wrap this up. Ms. Cochran, you came into court today because you said your girlfriend of 2 years had duped you into believing that she was ready for a lesbian relationship or at least a sexual relationship with you.
Yes, Your
A
Honor.
committed relationship.
That's
For
correct.
the last 2 years, you think she's been hiding you and she makes you feel less than the partner that you deserve. And now, Ms. Sexton, initially you said that the two of you were on two different pages when it came to your relationship. Normally I say to couples, maybe you don't speak the same love language. Y'all are not even in the same country because you haven't figured out who you are. And that's okay. I don't want you to think that you have to figure out who you are. But what you have to do, Ms. Sexton, is be fair to the person that you claim to love. If you said to her, you said, Doris, look, the relationship that you and I have enjoyed means something to me. And I didn't treat you fairly. And I think you owe her that. I'm gonna give you that opportunity.
Thank you. I just wish we could go back to being friends.
Well,
I'm sorry.
You've not been friends. You have to apologize.
I am sorry.
okay.
If
Just-
I led you on, I
Okay.
apologize.
Thank you for telling me that.
I can't. I don't want to lead you on. I don't want to continue a romantic relationship with you. I shouldn't have been involved with you that way. And I'm sorry. I love you and I care
love you
about
too.
you, but I want us to have a friendship, and I don't know if we can.
So that's what scares you.
Yeah.
You're afraid that we're gonna lose our friendship if we
Yeah.
stop being intimate.
Yeah.
Just talk to me, man. You know? I'm all about peace and love, like seriously. Like I didn't know that's how you felt. I mean,
It's really hard.
I will still be here for you, man. Okay?
I appreciate that.
You know, even if I can't be sexually, I'll still be here for you, okay? Thank you for telling me though. Like, you know.
I'm sorry. It took
Sorry.
this. I'm sorry. But you know me, I hide a lot of things.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Both of us pretty much. Yeah.
And I didn't mean I didn't mean it. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
My job here is done.
Going through a lot.
And I'm gonna see.
It's okay.
I'm gonna see.
You know, sometimes it really just takes another person to push that envelope so that the truth can come out. I'm just glad that they finally had an opportunity to share their true feelings with each other, and I really think they can go back to being friends.
I absolutely agree.
I wish them luck.